Hello and welcome to Holistic Sista. My name is Jem and I'm here to do a pick a card reading for you. Today, instead of doing a card to pick, I've actually put together two of my tarot decks, two of my favourite ones, and we've got three different piles to choose from. So if you have a look at the photo, we have all brass objects, I believe. We have... You tell me what we have. We have a bee, we have a crab, and I've forgotten the name of this instrument. I should have looked that up, shouldn't I? Oh well, you may not. You can add it in the comments if you like, and then remind me. Hello and welcome to pile number one, or deck number one. It's a mixture of the cards that I've shuffled previously, of two decks there. So if you picked this beautiful bee, I think it's so cute. This was a present from my daughter for me. I really love it. It was my birthday present or Christmas. I can't remember. Anyway, I love the bees. I've got a little bee here as well. Also slightly allergic, but anyway, let's move on with your reading. I hope you're all doing well. Let's find out and see if you can't change that around if you're not. I have definitely been processing quite a few things myself over the last few weeks, or since I was here last on camera. Oh, here we go. There's your first one. Oh, they're flying out at me. I think you might be processing some things too, card pile deck number one. Let's see. Okay, so there's a lot going on here. I feel I've picked three different cards. When I tune into the first card, there is something about travel or organising your future. So I feel that there's definitely a focus around organising where you want to be in life and where you want to go, whether that's literal and meaning physically where you want to be, or in a location wise, or if you're wanting to go on a holiday or move houses or locations potentially, or just in terms of where I want to be in my life right now. That choice is coming up, and I feel that writing a list of the options for you, the pros and the cons, and what I like about this, what brings me the most joy, would really be helpful at this time. So I'll show you the card. It's actually the Six of Swords, but as you know, if you've been here before, I'm an intuitive reader, so I don't always take the tarot meanings into account, but I love the pictures on these cards. They tell a story, I tell you that. And I feel if you've picked the bee, makes sense also that I said I was allergic to bees, so I do feel there's a little bit of that oh, nice armpit. Should I put a smiley face over that? Now I'm distracted. Okay, I feel that for you at the moment, card number one, maybe that's what you need, some distraction in your life, because things are getting a little bit serious and you're feeling you're actually not seeing things. When I say you're not seeing things clearly, I mean that you're feeling overwhelmed and feeling out of control. I feel that energy is coming through with card number one, and almost like you don't get to choose where you're going. So coming after that first Six of Swords, the Eight of Swords coming through. And when I look into this card, it's all about not really seeing yourself clearly. So there is the freedom, there is the strength, there is the positivity in you, but at the moment you might be feeling a bit more like this one in the reflection. But things can get better and will get better. I just feel that might be where you're sitting right now. The next card, all to do with emotions, and I feel that it's a link to feeling a bit lonely and on your own as well. So I feel card number one, definitely feel there is some struggles going on at the moment for you, feeling a little bit isolated, don't know which way to turn, feeling trapped with a little goldfish in the cup. You know, that feeling of not being able to be free, even though, and representing in that card as well, that same feeling of not being in control and the negative energies around you having the control over your life right now. So if that's how you're feeling, Take a big deep breath at the very least, and we are going to see how we can help with what you're going through at the moment, and see if we can get any tips and advice from Spirit for you on which way to go next. I'm just going to pull 3 cards at a time. 2 and 3. I'll turn them around. Okay, so there's a lot about emotion here, and I do feel that there is masculine energy coming in for some guidance for you, and whether that's in spirit, for some of you that might be, and when it's masculine energy doesn't mean it's necessarily a male figure, but someone maybe of more authority or in your life had more of that taking control role. So that person is either in spirit for you, I feel for some of you, that is coming in to help guide you, but I also feel for some of you that someone's still to come in, and not necessarily in a romantic way, but for some of you I do feel I could be in a romantic way, but I feel this man is to help just to ease your heart a little bit, and even if that's a person that you're becoming friends with, or even if it's a psychologist or a counsellor or a healer, someone that might help just to take some of the weight off for you. I feel that's going to be coming for you, and that's going to really help you, that energy. At the same time, I do feel like it's really about where you put your focus at the moment. In terms of the emotional things that go on, there are quite a lot, and there's quite a lot of things showing up from your past, things that have been shelved in the past. I'll show you this card here, and coming in as a cups as well, representing some emotion. But I feel like these are your tickets, and it's really about where you're putting that focus. So you can choose from any of the challenging things in your life at the moment and put the focus on that, and make that the focus of your thoughts at the moment. But really there is some choice in that. There is some choice in where we're putting our thoughts, even though it's not invalidating the fact that there are challenges and things that have gone on in the past as well as present. But what we're really seeing in this read, what I'm seeing is that this is just all here to make you stronger. And I know that's really hard to hear when you're in the midst of feeling overwhelmed and like you don't have any control, and feeling isolated and alone. But I really feel this is all building your strength and your tolerance and your confidence as well. And the strength, it actually is the strength card, but the way that it's being sewn there, like quilted, like this is a creation, and this is something that, I've got my dog in the background there just scratching on the ground. So this is something that, and I feel with this, I'm getting almost like I'm getting distracted too. So it's like you're getting distracted by these things that are going on and forgetting how strong you are. The strength here is something that you've been building on your whole life right from the beginning. So it's something that's going to continue to be built on, but it's really about seeing it from that perspective as well, which is really hard to do when you're in the middle of that deep emotion. So just a little reminder to realize that everything that is happening for a reason. I do believe that, and there can be a lesson learned in everything that does happen, even the things that we don't want around or we don't feel comfortable and challenged by in our lives. We feel challenged by them. So what specifically, let's see if we want to talk about when I say it, I don't know if I'm saying it right. I know how to say it, but then after I say it, did I say specifically or specifically? Oh, my energy today is, I was actually going to record a song. I'm having all these technology things happening to me lately. Maybe they are to you, where just a little bit representative of things in different areas of life, pushing me to do things that I hadn't planned. So I actually do feel that coming through with your reading as well. Number one, the feeling of, so for example, I was meant to make a mediumship circle the other night, and something went terribly wrong with my charging, and it just lost all its battery. And it's the second time it's happened, but only in that circumstance. So, and then today I was fully charged up, and now the microphone on my headphones thing has stopped working, so I couldn't record my song. But that's great, because it means I'm doing my reading instead. So that's the thing, you know, even though we don't always get what we planned and things go wrong and it's not what we envisioned, and sometimes it's just about surrendering to it and going, okay, well, that's what I wanted to do, but I'm not able to do that, so I'm meant to be doing something else. Just like I've done here with the reading today. I was wanting to do music, but instead I'm meant to be doing this reading, and I think some of you probably need it. I know I do. I always listen back and then I'm like, pick my own one and go, oh my goodness, that's so good for my life right now. I'm giving myself good advice here. Anyway, the card coming in next, which is really positive for what's going on here, is that things aren't over. So it's all about the goal setting of what you want. Again, coming up with this one, like you're feeling like you're not in control of where you are, but it's still asking you to write that list and that goal setting, because we all need something to work towards. And when we're not working towards something, if we're not happy and we're not working towards something, then it's really hard to get out of. We need some sort of goal and purpose. And I feel that this next card coming through, the Two of Wands, is just speaking that, amplifying that feeling that adventure awaits. So even though you might not be right now in a place where you're feeling in control and traveling around and having a great time, it's the ebb and flow of life, and we just have to surrender to it. I'm trying myself all the time. So all we can do is try and have faith, I think, is the main thing, and believe in our own strength, that we do have the strength to get through anything. All about balance as well at the moment. So when I see the Chariot, it's really about having that control. With the black and white, to me, comes in with like positive, negative duality, which we all have inside of us. We're all capable of completely losing, and we're all capable of completely healing ourselves and other people, if that makes sense. We're not one or the other, and I feel that this card is just speaking to you about how much you have the control over that, and that it's up to you to try and balance those two things. And if you're not able, you can't always do things with thoughts, so we can't think ourselves all the time emotionally better. Sometimes we need a little bit of guidance, like audiobooks or self-help or music or anything that lifts our spirit. Finding those things that sort of ignite our soul and our connection to spirit and our connection to faith. I think that's really important. Ooh, we had a few fall out there. And we have a horn go past, and my puppy's up, ready to bark. No, it's okay. They've gone. So sometimes when I'm doing a reading, I feel like the things going around are also part of the reading. So I do feel like you're trying really hard, and things just keep interrupting you or getting in the way or causing alarm when you're trying to calm yourself down and calm down your nervous system, let's say. Okay, so what's going on at the moment for you, I feel? Okay, so the Justice card comes in, which to me is all about equality and balance as well. And I feel like that's what's sort of igniting some of the emotions that you're going through and feeling through right now. It's about justice, and it's about not wanting to be stepped over and not wanting to be disrespected. But it's really hard to get that from people that, you know, we can't make people respect us. We can't make them treat us a certain way. The only thing we have control over is our reaction to them, or how much, you know, sometimes we don't have control of how much we have them in our lives in certain circumstances. So, but I do feel, again, the message coming through, like, you're a battler. You're going to be okay. You just need to be strong in yourself and remember who you are, and really go inward and look at even the shadow sides, and look at, because we all have them, and look at where you've come from and how much you've grown and how much work you've done to get to where you are now. Like, there's always been challenges, so there's always been battles that you've gone through. So to remember that, it's and a lot of the time when you are going through them, I feel you forget again how strong you are when you're in the middle of it. And so just that reminder for you, yes, even dropping the strength. So you need to remember how strong you are, how much you've been through already before, how many challenges you have overcome, because I feel like you're forgetting those things, and having faith that this is all happening. I do believe everything happens for a reason, you know. I do believe in that we also get to make choices as well, but there's something going on. Like, even for me to be reading here today, I may have not done it if my microphone on my lead was working. I may have recorded a song, which I will get around to, just need to find that chord. But obviously I was meant to do this reading, and I do feel that it's needing to come out now. So the other thing that's going on is you're just wanting that new beginning, and you're wanting that, like, I feel that there's a big desire for money here as well, and financial wealth that maybe you have been struggling with, because I feel that the Ace of Pentacles about new beginnings with money, and just wanting that start, that heads up, foot forward. What's the saying? There's a saying about that, I'm sure there is. Anyway, I'm going to move on to the next pack. These ones have beautiful birds on them. I'm really into birds, actually. And at least into images of them. Okay. Not that I don't like birds, I'm not like out there bird watching with binoculars, but I do like collecting things with pictures of birds. That's my cough still got a cough. Okay, and okay, so the cough coming through at this timing for me is about there's a lot of things you're wanting to get off your chest, and I feel that's with the Justice card there, that's what's causing some of this grief, because it's trying to find that balance between being strong and assertive and being emotional and reactive. The card that I pick when I said there's things I want to get off my chest as I'm coughing is the card Silence. So I'm going to read into that more, because for some of you, I do feel it's asking for silence, to be honest. When I look at the image, I'll show you the picture. I think I've been showing them all. It's a bit blurred out across the throat chakra and mouth chakra. So I do feel for some of you, I'm going to read into it a little bit more, because we're not all on the same journey, and that's it with the general pick a card reading. It needs to be quite general, because little bits are going to be different for different people. So for some of you, I feel like this is an indication that you actually need to be a little bit more silent, or a little bit more softer with your words and tone. I'll just see some of you, it might actually be that you're not speaking up. So I just want to look into that a bit further and ask what would help you with the situation. Yeah, I do feel it's more of a indication to be silent. And I know that's really hard when we want to be assertive and authentically ourselves, and we want to speak our truths and our truth and our truths. But I feel like sometimes it's not met with listening ears, so we don't get out of it what we intended to get out of it. So yeah, I feel it's actually a card that's calling you to be a little bit more silent. You don't need to express all of your thoughts and your feelings with the people that are triggering them, or yeah, I'd say triggering, but not that they're outwardly doing anything necessarily. For some of you they are, for some of you they aren't, but yeah, I don't think you always need to speak up about it. I'm sorry if you're not speaking up, and you should be, but I just feel for some of you it's not even about not speaking up. It's just about choosing the words and choosing the timing and picking your battles. And really, I do feel there's a lot of indication here that we need to go back to spirit. Shaman card coming through with a bear in the moon. Just a little reminder that we have all the answers inside of us, not outside of our mouths. We have might be what's happening to some of you. You're not expressing the way you're feeling or thinking. But I feel that this card is just that reminder that we do have all of the answers inside of us. It's just a matter of whether we're talking to our human or we're talking to our higher selves. So our human is the one that is the part of us that's easily triggered. It has a story that it's being told from other people and experiences, and the higher self is the part of us that really knows that love is often the best way, but love for ourselves as well. So that doesn't mean be a pushover and let people walk all over you. It's about approaching the situations with love, even if there is the anger there as well. That's okay. But the way we approach, there's that saying too. I get all these weird sayings that I don't even say come through. You catch more bees with honey than vinegar. Is that it? Okay, let's wrap this one up for you, my loves, and see what else is going to help you moving forward and what we've got happening in the future for you. So let's pick another one, what's going to serve you right now. Community. So I do feel like that will help you as well, because at the start we did have that feeling of isolation, but this is about friendship and building community. It takes each of us individually to get out for there to be community. So if we're sitting at home feeling lonely, it's not that this community isn't out there, it's that we're just not choosing to engage in it, because there's lots of people out there that we can get along with, have things in common with, and build deeper connections with. So I do feel getting out into the community more and meeting people and just being around, even if you're not like having a one-on-one talk to them, just being around like-minded people that do enjoy the same things that you enjoy. Okay, what is coming for your future here? It's a lot about timing here as well, and how everything works in divine timing the way it's meant to. So okay. So the first card we've got is Gather. And I just feel with this card, it's going to mean something different to everybody. But it's about, this is looking into the future of what's to come. It's really about gathering your resources, gathering not necessarily your physical resources, but your emotional resources that you've learnt already, the things you've learnt from the past, the books you have read, the meditations you have done, all the things that you would tell somebody else if they were in your situation. You need to start saying those things to yourself. I actually, when I look at that again, I still feel like that, I don't know what he's holding, but it stands out to me as the honey, and that same saying again about catching more bees. I don't know why you're catching bees, but catching more bees with honey. Is that I don't even know if that's the right saying, but I hope you get my meaning. I hope you get it. Because I feel like that's just saying, like, dealing with the situations that are challenging and those people that you feel are triggering, and the ones that you feel like you need to have more equality and justice with. I just feel like it's still going in with kindness and love is the best way to get what you need as well as not triggering the other person. A lot about trusting in spirit, trusting in the timing of things. It is the trust card and the two beautiful birds there. I've got the Father card coming in last here. So with this one here as well, I do feel there is a male coming in. So this one here is the Knight of Cups and this one is the Father card. So I do feel like there's someone in the masculine energy, whether they are in spirit guiding you and helping you, or whether that's somebody that's your physical father or another male that's coming in or around you that is going to somehow provide some relief. I do feel that coming through, so I wish that very much for you. Oh, this is a long one, number one, but I think you've got a lot going on, so I hope that you've enjoyed the reading and gotten some insight out of it. I'm just going to pick you one more card. It is called Moon Magic. Just a little message for you. And we have Life is Conspiring for Me. That's a beautiful card, I feel, because I feel like that you are perhaps forgetting that at the moment, that it is conspiring for you, not against you, even though it might feel like that at times with the challenges that are facing you at the moment. Anyway, group number one, I hope you liked your reading. Come back again for another reading, or contact me on my Facebook Messenger, or leave me a message on YouTube. If you would like a one-on-one reading, I am about to start setting a price for them as I'm doing my first market stall, the Witches Markets in Toowoomba on the 10th of May. If you're watching this before that and you're a local, I'll be doing some readings there. So I'd love to see you, get to meet you and give you a reading. Otherwise, if you can't get there, keep tuning in and getting your readings for free via YouTube and Facebook. I hope that resonated and helped. Much love. Hello and welcome to card deck pile number 2. If you picked this little crab, wasn't it cute? I love these. I'm a little bit of a hoarder, okay, but he's so cute. I also got that as a present, so we'll add to hoard presents. Here is your pile. This is your deck. So crabby, huh? Are you feeling crabby? Is there a little bit of something energy around you? Giving you a little bit of a pinch, something going on? Let's see what happens. Where are you right now and how are you feeling? We will pick a few cards for that. I think someone will pop out actually. They're like hesitating. Okay, so there's some hesitation going on, I feel, for you. And I feel it's about something to do with coming out. Maybe it's socializing. Let's see. Okay. Let's stop and do the card reading. So for those who don't know, I do intuitive card reading. I don't go by the all the tarot meanings. One just popped out for you. I also practice mediumship, but I am still practicing, so I do charge by donation. So that depending how the reading goes for you, you can decide what it's worth. So reach out to me if you would like a mediumship reading as well. Oh my goodness, now we got them all coming out. Where are we at the moment? Oh, these are not negative cards at all. I feel that you're actually going through a real, I want to say spiritual, but it's like an internal longing and change. So the card that comes through, it is the Judgment card, but when I look at this image, it's all about that higher self becoming free and becoming the person that you've always longed to be, and cherishing that and cherishing who you are, on and off, like who you are authentically. That's what I feel when I look at this card here. As well as that Justice came out next, so it's interesting, Justice and Judgment, which to me is again all about balance with the cards here, but it's also about balance of who you are. That's how I feel. So I feel it's almost like telling me to tell you it's okay to be this person sometimes when you have to be strong and resilient and assertive and stand up for yourself and get through some of the challenges life has with that, with that. It's not about being angry, it's not about being rude, it's about being strong and assertive and speaking your truth and having your boundaries as well. But it's also about the duality, because you're also this person, the softness and the love and the acceptance and the surrender. So I feel like it's just that message about the duality in your own personality. I wonder how many times they say duality in these readings. I reckon we should do a tally sometime and see how many times they say it. I'm really into this duality idea. So this card's all about that. We all have the power to be the greatest of the greats and the evilest of the evil. And it's about, finding that balance and using those feelings. Like, for example, when it comes to justice, if you are going to, what's going to come up for me, if you're going to take down somebody who is doing something morally, ethically, really bad in terms of hurting other people, sometimes you're going to need that strength, and sometimes that anger is actually used in a way to be strong and to fire up that courage. So it's almost like that anger can actually be used, I'm trying to think of the word, but it's gone, using that anger for positive, if that makes sense. So like, it's a protection as well. Anger is also there to protect us as well. So it doesn't have to always be a negative thing that we have that emotion. It's normal to have the emotion. It's just how we express it and deal with it is what's going to determine the outcome and consequences of our interaction with other people. I think that made sense. So the card coming through for you too is like, so we've got that duality thing going on, and we've got this real inner journey at the moment, and really looking inwards and asking the tough questions and asking what you really want at this time in your life. But I've got the Fool card coming in, and the Fool card and the Sun card together, really similar energy with these, is about letting go and surrendering, because you've been putting in the work of where like the direction you're wanting to be in. You've been doing that. You've been like building, sowing the seeds sort of thing, and now it's just time to surrender and let the universe take you where it wants to take you, and go with the flow of that. And as things come up, say yes or no, like it's up to you, but there's things that are going to come up that I feel you should be saying yes to, and surrendering to the push and the pull that sometimes is outside of us. And I do feel if you do that, and if you're able to really surrender to, I mentioned it in card deck number 1 actually, about my electricity items playing up and deciding for me what I'll be doing for that day and in that time, and the beauty that can come from that, from surrendering to that, because I was going to play music earlier and I had some technical problems, so I'm doing a reading. So the sun showing that even though it might not be going the way we planned, if we surrender to it, we'll actually find something amazing in the change and the redirection. We can find something beautiful and amazing and soul delighting. Is that a thing? That's just what came. Soul delighting. It's a thing now. It's your thing. Do something that's soul delighting, darling. Okay, let's see. So that's where we're at right now. Let's see what the obstacles are. We had one pop straight out. Do we have an obstacle? Something about someone leaving and finances. Okay. Obstacles. Okay. So there's always going to be obstacles and challenges in life. It's really just how we react to them and perceive them, and being sad, being angry and having those emotions aren't a negative thing, something to beat yourself up over or punish yourself for. That's a part of being human, a part of the journey. So the card I've got coming through with the challenges, I do feel like there is a male that's left you recently, or is maybe in the process, or maybe you've left them, but at the same time they're walking away. So and that could be in terms of emotionally, or it could be in terms of someone around you with that masculine energy. And when I say masculine, doesn't have to be a male, but I'm leaning towards that sort of stereotypical in charge, making the decisions, that sort of energy when I say masculine. So someone that might be a parent for some of you, and I feel there is some of you that is a parent that has passed over, that has left recently and has actually left you with a little bit of money, just for some of you out there. But there's also the feeling with this, some of you have gone through a separation at the moment, and there's money things that are being worked through, and I think we're coming, like, wrapping that up now. We're coming to the end of having to deal with that side of the situation. So I'll show you the card. It's the Knight of Pentacles as well, but as I've said previously, if you haven't watched before, there's my reflection in the glasses. I've said previously that I read intuitively, so the cards can come up with different meanings every time I do a reading, really. But some of them are just, I just know what they mean to me. So the next card coming through is the Moon card. Now I'm going to say it again, duality. Here we are. I love the word. Okay, the card has got the black and the white wolf, and I just feel like it's about surrendering to both of those emotions in your life. It's, you know, there can be a lot of really positive things going on, and at the same time as that, there can be something negative or challenging that's going on. That's often the case. At least for deck number 2, there was quite a lot going on in deck number 1, feeling a bit overwhelmed. But deck number 2, I do feel like there is more of that balance as well at this point in your life. It's a lot about surrendering and going inwards and finding joy. But I do have that male energy leaving you, and you sort of, it comes down to perception, doesn't it? If she's floating or if she's drowning, doesn't it? Like, it depends on the way you look at things. So I do feel for some of you, so this is tied to this card with the male energy, the separation with that male energy. For some of you, that's a job as well. I do feel that is actually for some of you leaving a job where maybe you have a male masculine, or not necessarily a male boss, because being a boss is kind of a bit of that masculine energy anyway, I believe. Tell me if I'm wrong, don't quote me. Anyway, I put my thing on silent, but it still buzzed, my phone. So there's a little message in that too, yeah. Even when we want silence and peace, sometimes there's still something irritating us, as much as we're trying. So back to the cards. This card here, the feeling of floating or drowning, it's really a little bit of both, and that's okay as well. It's okay to be feeling amazing, good feelings and surrendering and being the fool where we're letting go and just enjoying the things that come into our life, while at the same time we might feel emotionally a little bit tender, and maybe we have, I just get that feeling like you know, when you're choking on water, so that feeling like you have gone through a bit in this situation, but you're also experiencing the beauty of life at the same time. And I do feel a lot of that is around friendship and family as well. That's coming through for you, that these are the people and the people that love you and will always love you and be there for you. And there's a lot, 10 of Cups, the card is a lot of rainbows, and cups being emotions. So it's a lot of positive and uplifting emotions from our friends and our children. So I do feel like there is a lot of, I'm going to say it again, duality in what's going on for you right now. In saying all that, there's a lot of duality, but at the same time, we have the Tower card that came in. So there has been a massive change, or you're going through a massive change where there has been like quite a dramatic collapse of circumstances, change of plans, things falling down around you to create something else. So keeping that in mind when the Tower card comes up, it's not all doom and gloom. It's things have to change, things have to fall down around us so we can rebuild the way we want our life to be, and to live a life that is serving us and our soul. And, you know, sometimes the words I'm trying to say, sometimes we get into a rut, sometimes we just accept what's happening to us rather than choosing what we would like to happen to us and trying to work on that as well. Let's see, what will help you at this time? We do have some things already coming in for you there that will help you. So the challenge, I feel, is a male energy walking away in this one, or someone may have passed, so that is, you know, someone of power, or you've left a job. So that is one of the challenges. I just feel like there's something else going on, so I'm going to just pick these ones again. I feel like there's another challenge going on in the background we might want to look at. I think so in terms of a challenge, I've picked up the Queen of Wands, and I do feel the Queen of Wands is all about that goal setting and success. So if it's coming in terms of a challenge, I just feel it's about putting the focus on what you actually do want in life, because you have the power to make these things come true, to ignite the lights, and the Queen, like, you've done it many times before. You've had to build, you've had to rebuild, and you've had to rely on yourself and be independent and bring that light in yourself and not rely on others to bring it in for you. So just a little reminder there to realize your strength and how magical you are as well. That even though things have been a little bit hard and challenging and maybe perhaps emotional for you, you're such a strong person, you're such a strong soul, and you're going inwards, you're surrendering, and I feel that you're on the right track. So what else might help you then if you're on the right track? Again, 9 of Wands coming through, so all about that purpose-driven, deciding what you want to happen next. And it doesn't it doesn't have to be, this is my forever choice. It's just what you want next in life, what you'd like to enjoy next in life, what thing you'd like to experience next in life, in terms of so many things, in terms of the kind of relationships you want, in terms of the sort of place you want to live in, or in terms of what you want to do for financial gain, or for joy and hobbies and all of those sorts of things. It's all about setting those goals for yourself, because you can make anything happen, and I do feel like you are doing that as well. What is in your future then? Because there's not much that I don't feel like when I'm reading this there's a lot you need help with. I mean, we all need help and support, but I feel like you're on the right track. I do feel like you are working through these things in a solitary way, and you are very strong. So I feel like when you look back at the challenge that has come up for you, I do still feel it's around a male energy. So I want to say notch on the belt, and I don't know if that's a really positive thing to say, but I just feel like it's just another experience. So I'm reminded to remind you of how infinite you are, that there is so much more to you than just this lifetime. You've had I do believe this, you've had so many lifetimes before this one. You've had so many heartbreaks, you've had so many losses of family members. Like, this is not the first time that you've experienced this feeling, and I feel that this is just another experience in life that you will get through. and it will make you stronger. And when you look back, you'll just see it. You'll see it more as that. Oh, that was the thing I did, and I went through it, and I was a bit shit, and I didn't like it, but I got over that, and I got through that because that's what I do, as I always do. And a lot about, so in your future as well, the King of Cups coming through, and really about finding that emotional stability and acceptance. And when I look at this card, I feel like he's sitting in the water, but he's surrendered to that. So the water being our emotions. So the emotions are never going to, well, I don't want to say never, but for me, I feel like there's always going to be some negative or uncomfortable emotions inside of me. And I feel it's about the acceptance of that makes those things not so challenging or not so relevant. I feel like, it's really accepting that this is just another experience in life, and I know it can be huge and it can be painful for some of you out there, this loss that's happened. I'm not invalidating that at all, but I do feel like you're growing through that and accepting that, okay, this is going to be painful, or this is painful. That's okay. I'll get through this too, like I have always gotten through. I do feel that very strongly for you. So I'll just pick another card. What else would you like to know? Anything else? Did you want to know about moving or location? I do feel, so I've got someone carrying some boxes here. It's the Wands, so it's about goals and successes as well. So I do feel like in regards to your home life, I do feel you're going to get what you want, but that's where we're at with setting our goals and our desires and deciding what it is we want. Because if we don't know what we want, it's a little bit tricky to manifest it or to bring it into us, because I think so. I've heard that anyway. What do you think? Give me some feedback. Do you think that? I feel that when I'm reading these cards, I feel that you are going to get what you want. So whether it's you're moving somewhere new, something to do with home life, maybe you're staying where you are actually, but you're actually able to unpack and feel comfortable and safe where you are, because I feel, so for some of you, I do feel like, yes, there's a move, but that's if you want the move. So I do feel like this card is saying make up your mind about what you want, and you'll get that in terms of your location and house, because I do feel it's like a card of relief as well and success, that you've gotten to unpack your boxes where you are, because you felt like you'll unpack your bag because you felt like you were going to have to move and you didn't want to. It's okay, you're safe. That's how I feel about this reading. And for some of you, it's I want to get this house, or I want to have a new beginning. But making up your mind what you want is the most important thing first, is what I feel about that reading. But you can have it. That's how I feel. Okay, that was going to flip around. Just a little reminder I feel in this card is to, I'm going to say stop and smell the roses, even though there's no roses in this card. It's actually a puppy dog getting checked with a stethoscope. I'll show you the picture. It's Knight of Cups, so it's also about emotions as well, being the cups. But I do feel like it's about just a reminder to savor those moments with our loved ones and our families and our pets, and how important they are in our lives. And sometimes we get so caught up in the big things that are going on for us, emotionally or physically in our life, that we forget how wonderful and how grateful we are for the things that we take for granted, like our family and our friends and our pets, and really enjoying those moments with them. Which my little puppy dog is not so little, but is lying down enjoying listening to me talk, aren't you? It's very relaxing. Putting her to sleep. Is it putting you to sleep? Are you ready to sleep? Okay. If you're ready to sleep, it's towards the end of your reading now. You don't need to listen to me anymore. But I'm going to pick a card for you, which is a Moon Magic card. I'll give you a little quote here. Let's see what we get. She's looking at me now. I'm blinking. Blinky blink. Oh, this is exactly the same one that came out. All those cards for deck number 1. Interesting. Life is conspiring for me. Last quarter moon. That's what it says on it. So just that reminder that everything that's happening is for your good. Is for the things you want. So sometimes we don't feel like we have full control, or we feel life has come down around us, but remembering to surrender and be the fool, because life is conspiring for us, for me, not against me. We are where we're meant to be. So thank you so much for tuning in. I will announce on my second deck reading as well that if you are in the Toowoomba location on the 10th of May, that's this month, Saturday, I will be setting up a tarot stall at the Witches Markets, and I have advertised it on my Facebook page. So jump on there so I don't have to read off all the details to you. That would be really fantastic, because I didn't write them down, and a bit of a last minute organizer. There you go. Hope to see you there. Otherwise, see you next time, or you'll see me next time that you tune in. Take care all. Hello and welcome to deck number 3's reading. If you picked this beautiful instrument, which I think it could be called a tincture, I've forgotten what it's called, but that sort of came to me before I started. I could be wrong, I could be right, who knows. Of course I have to play it. Listen to this, it's beautiful. I don't know how good my microphone is though. Can you hear it? Where's the microphone? This side? This side? I don't know. I think it's this side. Still going. Tiny bit. Okay. That is beautiful. I love that instrument. Anyway, if you chose that one, you chose this pile here. We have 2 different decks that have been shuffled together to give you a reading today. And I'm not using any of the same cards today for each reading. I'm reading them and then I'm dismissing them, and you have your very own little pile, little deck here. So let's see what's happening in your life for you right now. I do wonder what attracted you to the musical instrument, even if there's something musical going on in your life. Or maybe you are a musician of some sort. We all are, really. Just whether we're choosing to play music or not. Anyway. Let's see what's coming up in your life for you right now. Now, I don't always read cards upside down when they come in upside down. I do try and go with what my intuition is saying at the time. Okay. All right, I'm going to turn these around. 2 of them are coming upside down. Okay, 3 of Cups is the first one. Cups being emotions, but I feel like this is something to do with a resolution happening. So it's something to do with a relationship coming together. There is 3 people involved, so I feel like there's some sort of healing. They're all gathering around some fruit as well. And I don't know if that's like meant to be beer froth or cream, like a hot chocolate. I don't know. Take it as you want it, but I do feel like there's a little bit of a cheers and a celebration. I don't feel like it's like a major party happening. It could be for some of you, but I do feel like it's more of like a personal relationship mending, some and maybe it's to do with 3 people as well that are having to do that mending together. I do feel like you're also in a stage of your life where you're really looking at what you want next. You do have options to you that sometimes, I probably relate to this card as well, when I feel like there's so many things that I love doing and there's so many sides to my personality and to my creative endeavors. I feel like sometimes it's hard to choose what I want to put my energy into, but I feel that you might be in this same situation, and also deciding whether you want money to be the factor there for your decision, like if you want that to influence your decision of what you want next in life. I do feel for some of you there's something about health and medicine and herbs, and not necessarily Western, not necessarily Eastern, not, take that as you need it in your life right now, but I do feel like there's some indication around being drawn to those things and that bringing you some clarity in your life. Perhaps you've been doing things a certain way for so long that you're feeling like you do need to have a change up right now, because things have not been going the exact way that you want them to. But it's not a negative card. It's the 8 of Pentacles as well. That's why we're bringing that finance element for some of you too. But it's going to read differently for everyone. I do feel this one is about making a choice, and I do feel like it's time to make a new choice, almost like with the phases of the moon, we're changing, like the moon phases up the top and we're coming from here and looking towards this area as in something new that we are going to adventure into or take on. The next card is the Knight of Wands, and when I look at this card, it's getting dark in here actually. Now we're up to card reading 3, Knight of Wands. So when I look at this card, it's all about what makes your heart beat and what makes you feel alive and putting your energy into that. So when it comes from this card about making choices, it's what's going to bring you the most joy as well, and the most healing and the most love and fun and celebration in your life. Because that's where for most of us, or a lot of us, we do aim for that in our life, don't we? Celebration and purpose. And I do feel that's what these cards are calling for you to do, is to really have a look at what does make your heart beat and make your start your fire. Okay, so what challenges do we have coming up for you at the moment? Do we have any challenges? Are things running smoothly? I do feel like there is the relationship resolution there at the start, so that's a positive. So it may have been not running smoothly, and there's some healing that's happened there, and now it's up to you to make a decision where you want to put your energy next. The card falling out. Again, it is about emotions as well. So in terms of the challenge, there may be a male that is triggering some emotional things around you, and the way that they talk and hold themselves can sometimes make you feel small, or you know what, they're not necessarily a male. It is a King of Cups, but they're a person in power. So that might be a female, but that has some sort of authoritarian position over you, whether it's like a teacher or a boss, or even for some of you that's an ex, but the way that they're presenting themselves, very together and very I know better than you, in terms of I've had more emotional experience. I'm saying it in this voice because I feel like it's almost patronizing, this person, when they're explaining to you that I'm so much better than you, darling. And I feel that's triggering. It's triggering me. Is it triggering you? Because I feel that person is being a bit triggering by it's not even the confidence. Like we strive to be confident, right? And authentic. I do. I'm not always, but that is definitely something I strive towards. And I forgot where I was going with that. But anyway, we'll pick the next card. Let's see what can help you with this person then, because I can understand. I mean, this healing at the start here, I feel that there could be involved with that. So even if the like, and as I said, it wasn't a huge celebration, so it might just be that you've put your differences aside and that you've come to some sort of agreement to be amicable. Is that how I say it? Did I say it right? Amicable? I think that's how you say it. Oh my goodness. If I don't make you laugh, it's okay, because I'm laughing. And if no one else watches this but me, I find myself very entertaining. So, you know, stay off the Facebook videos that I usually watch and watch my tarot reading. Okay, enough of me blah 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 blabbing. What is going to help you with this situation? Probably the not blah 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 blabbing. Okay, it's disappeared. Here we go. It wants to hide from you. It doesn't want to tell you what's going to help. Solitude is going to help you. I just feel like, yeah, taking a step back energetically from this person is going to help you. So this person coming through that's giving you that feeling of maybe you're feeling less than in the way that they're communicating. I do feel like stepping away from that energy is going to be beneficial to you, and at least taking some time or space, even if you have to be in their presence. Like if you have to be in their presence because like there may be another parent, ex or something that you're co-parenting with, or maybe it's a person at work or something like that. I feel even just taking a step back emotionally, in a solitude. Words are not my best friends. Maybe I'm not kind to them, and that is the problem. Okay. The Hermit is the card that came through. Hope you're enjoying your reading so far. There's a lot of talking going on in this one. I reckon you're over it, actually. I think you're a bit over the talking, aren't you? There's just been so much talking and talking and talking with this person. And now it's time to step back a little bit and take some time for yourself. What else will serve you at the moment? We do have that, you know, finding the joy as well that will serve you. When I look at this card, I get the energy of accepting that you're not exactly where you want to be right now in every aspect, and being okay with that. As it's getting darker, I'm wondering what's happening to the screen, if I should have turned a light on. We'll see. We've got about 10 minutes left of your reading. We'll see how dark it gets, see what that's about. It's definitely getting harder to see the cards, but I will show you. You can see it on the light there. When I look at this card, it's, you know, he's not upset. He knows that he's going up, like in terms of things are going to get better. The things that you want to happen are going to be coming to you, but also surrendering to the divine timing of it, and surrendering to the fact that it may be one step at a time. But seeing and having that joy and that being able to look forward to that it's not always going to be a hard task, and the person that you're constantly having challenges with in whichever way that spoke to you in that reading. But I just feel like it's knowing that things are going to get better, even if you don't feel that they're going to get better right now. Having faith and gratitude for the fact that things are going to work out. That's what I feel for you. Let's see what else is coming up then. Do you want another challenge, or you're over them? I kind of feel like you're over the challenges. Do we want to speak about it one more time? Okay, let's speak about it one more time. Yeah, I just feel the challenge at the moment for you is trusting your intuition. being guided by your own soul and your belief system and your heart. It's not about dismissing the other person and their beliefs and their thoughts and things like that. It's getting really dark, isn't it? I wonder if I can lighten this up. Woo. But the card that comes out is the Star. So I do feel like there's just a real longing for that strength and to be authentic, and believe in yourself and believe in who you are and what you're being guided to feel and know, because it's very hard when we all have different beliefs, but when we have someone coming at us telling us we're wrong in our belief system, or should be like this, should be like that, it can affect us and make us feel like this is the person I'm referring to. It can trigger that less than story that we might have for ourselves already somewhere in there. Even if we have dealt with it and learnt from it quite a lot, there can still be that re-trigger. And I feel like the Star card coming through here is just that that real yearning from you to be yourself. And I feel like you are getting there, but you've still got so far to go until you're in a place where you feel like you can fully trust yourself. That's what I feel. Do you think I should turn the light on? I'll turn the light on. It's probably going to be quite bright. So, on that note, I do feel we need to put some light on the situation. Things are blurry. We have had some self-doubt. We've let other people's way of communicating affect our self-esteem. And sometimes we need to shake it off. I'm going to try and get through to the light. The card number 1 got to see my hairy armpit, so card number 3 gets to have a look at my shaky belly. Aren't you so lucky? Sorry, card number 2. You missed out, I think. You probably didn't. I probably flashed an armpit in card number 2 as well. Who knows? Authentic self. So that's what I'm feeling. You're being guided to here is to remember who you are. There's always going to be people that you come across that challenge you and make you question things, but this situation is just another experience for you to look at who you are and look at, really look at it as well and your part in things, not just dismiss that it's all them, but, things can be amicable. You don't have to be best friends either. But some time away from them would definitely serve you. So what's coming up in the future, actually? Let's see what's coming up next for you. Well, that's a really beautiful card to come through. There's the 3 of Pentacles. Pentacles being wealth, but I don't feel like it's always to do with financial wealth, though that might be some meaning for some of you in there. Some things coming together for you there financially a little bit better, easier. But I do feel for a lot of you it's to do with this relationship. When I say relationship, I'm not referring to romantic relationship. I actually don't feel it's to do with a romantic relationship. Could be an ex though, someone you're co-parenting with, or a boss or something. I said that earlier. Take it for what it is for you, if it is resonating. But I do feel that there is going to be some resolution, and it's not that you're all going to necessarily be a happy family and get along in terms of being best friends and everything going exactly the way you want it to, but I do feel like there is some resolution, and it's just about you both focusing on the bigger goal, and whatever that is to you. For some of you it's a child, so I do feel that co-parenting, for some of you it is a child, is that bigger goal, and perhaps this is the person that has been coming through like in this way. For some of you the bigger goal is love, the bigger goal is spreading love and connecting to people. And even though we didn't connect with this person up here because of some of the things that we felt from their energy. I do feel like it's an indication that if you're both working for love and you're both working for the universal uplifting, is the words that's coming to me, then you need to put some of the things aside and just be amicable and work individually on that thing together. So even in terms of a business for some of you, so if you're working with someone here, boss type figure, you might need to step away, but you can still be working on the same goal, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Maybe you're in a job that is one of caring. Maybe you're in a job that is one of healing, for the people that resonates with for work. Then you've still, like, you might leave that place behind, but you've still got the same goal as that person may have of making the world a better place in whatever way that is in your world. Okay, what else is going on in your future? I'm going to change decks actually after this one. And I haven't used any of these cards in the other deck for the previous readings. What's going on in your future? I think it's all about learning and evolving, really. Like, all these experiences come to us so that we look within and look deeply. And for me, I do a lot of analysing of my emotions and my reactions, and I'm a bit of a thinker. So I'm constantly questioning, is it me, is it them, what is triggering this emotion in me or this action in me, and where is that coming from in me? Is it coming from them? Blah, 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 blah. And I feel that those lessons are important so that we can learn about energy and learn about what's us and what's them. And even if it's through journaling, taking note of the things that are happening, and or even making a mental list of the things that have happened, so you know who you are, so that you don't have to question who you are when those people do come into your life and trigger that doubt and that old storytelling of I'm not good enough or whatever it is that they've triggered in you. I just feel like it's about taking note of that happening before, like it's been a past trauma, it's a past story of yours, and rewriting that story as well. So being able to understand that these emotions are coming from a place of probably the past, often our parents or our people that were around us growing up that made us feel in some way, or said something that made us feel or did something less than, and just knowing that you've gone through a lot of that already. It's time to start really recognizing whose energy is whose. That's the Five of Swords, but it's a lot about writing down here, and to me this is like starting again as well, deciding what's good for you. Future coming through, we've got beauty, and it's again, I do feel like there's so many messages. I do feel like there's a message for you here in about being authentic, because being you is beautiful, rare, like a unicorn, never two the same. Pretty sure that's right, isn't it? Never two unicorns the same, and there's not two of you, and you don't have to be the same as everyone else, and you don't have to have the same belief systems either. Faith. Trust your intuition, trust the guidance, it's important we do look into ourselves and ask if we are part of the problem in these relationships as well, because it's, an energy exchange, but also having faith that if you're coming at this thing with love, then trust yourself that if you have no ill intention and you're trying to come at things with love and it's not being received that way, there's nothing you can really do. And it's about even blind faith, if you can see across her eyes there. Future, what's happening with this person? Gentleness. Yeah, just that little reminder to it's got to be amicable, so that you're still working towards the same goal, or to protect the same person. Gentleness being how to approach the situation, even though on the inside you might not be feeling that gentle. It may have triggered some deep wounds for you, this person in this situation. Just a little bit of advice that you could express some of those emotions through creativity. So whether it's art, journaling, painting, singing, music, whatever it is for you, anything, cooking even, it's creative. Putting your energy into something. So yeah, I've done it recently, actually. I think I'll have to look back, but I think this could be for me, maybe this reading as well. But I did resonate to another one, I think. I'll have to listen back afterwards. But yeah, I was meant to be recording a song, but my cord stopped working. So instead I'm reading the tarot, meant to be. But yeah, the song is about how I was feeling about the situation. So I will get it recorded when I get a new lead for that, and share it with you. In case you don't know and you only watch my tarot, I really love writing songs and making music, and most recently the last couple of years been into doing more soundscapes as well, but I do write the lyrical songs still. So yeah, if you haven't checked out any of my music, might not be everyone's cup of tea. We are never everyone's cup of tea, because some of us like coffee. And I like decaf because coffee's too much for me. Damn it. Every day I focus on what is important. That's true. And I feel that resonating with this card here. This is the most important thing to be focusing on. The thing that there's something here that you both have. For some of you it is a child. For some of you it's a business. For some of you it's just like raising the vibrations of the world, and that is your focus. And even though you've had this encounter, it's asking of you to go in gently, so that you can work towards the similar goal, even if you do need to step away energetically. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you didn't, I apologize. Listen to another one. You'll get to see my armpit in number 1. That's very exciting. You might want to listen to that next. Or you may want to avoid it. We're all different. Anyway, I am Jem from Holistic Sista. If you are in the Toowoomba area on the 10th of May, I will be at the Witches Market Expo. And I've forgotten all the details, but they are on my Facebook page. What a great reason, if you're not on there, to go and scroll my Facebook page and see where I'm going to be doing my first tarot stall. Love to meet you there. Take care.
your heart, I see it in your soul. I see the light is shining brighter. You're a warrior, a fighter. I see it in your heart, I see it in your soul. I see the light, it's shining brighter. You're a warrior, a fighter. I see it in your heart, I see it in your soul. Your light is shining brighter. You're a warrior, a fighter. I see it in your heart, I see it in your soul. I see the light, it's shining brighter. You're a warrior, a fighter. I see it in your heart, I see it in your soul. I see the light.